what's the update with the Lakers? I mean, I've heard that they're gonna try out our boy, Mr. Ball.
Yeah,
but they're also going to try out Johnson, right? Is it Johnson?
Josh Jackson.
Josh
De'Aaron Fox next week.
But and I've heard things flowing around that they don't go Ball, they go Jackson because they want to get the kid Fox. Now I'm hearing Sacramento really loves Fox, that the Lakers would never get Fox if they go Jackson. But now I heard Clarkson is up for trade bait, and they want to get rid of him.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, I mean, right now there's a lot going on, and nothing's going to happen immediately until everybody sees. The Lakers are doing their due diligence. Even if it ultimately ends up that they're going to take Lonzo Ball with the second pick in the draft, they still need to know what's going on, because things can happen. They could, for instance, one of the things that I heard from a friend last night was a rumor that the Bulls were considering giving Jimmy Butler and a second-round pick to the Lakers for D'Angelo Russell, the 28th pick in the first round, and Luol Deng, which I said, do it.
Please do it.
Yeah, pull that.
Do that, and I'll hurt you.
Luol Deng's the magic name.
Surprised that deal's not already done.
Again, that was a rumor. Again, rumors. We don't know for sure. How long, but we were talking about it last night, and Butler's making about $19 million a year. That's only a couple million more than Mozgov, and only $4 million more than Deng.
Yeah,
I mean,
where's the telephone?
And scores 40 more than those guys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you just don't know who's going to get moved, and you don't know whether you're going to need a point guard or whether they're going to want, because right now there's a bit of a log jam. You bring in Lonzo Ball and you got Clarkson, and we've been saying, get Lonzo Ball, and but again, cooler heads will prevail. They need to do their homework, and they need to figure out whether having Clarkson and D'Angelo Russell and a Lonzo Ball or a Markelle Fultz or even a De'Aaron Fox, one of these top point guard guys is the way to go. I think if anything with Pelinka and Johnson now, it's what's the value? What's the value of Alonzo Ball? Is he a once in a lifetime type
Magic
of
Johnson,
transformational type of player? Does he have that value? And we assume that the Celtics are going to take Fultz or somebody else. And is Ball the guy? Well, what if the Celtics take Ball? Was Fultz that transformational type of player, that once in a generation type of player? Or can you wait for the third best point guard or the guy who's considered the third best point guard, which is De'Aaron Fox? Can you trade down and let somebody else take? Because you say, because the Lakers apparently really love Fox. And that may just be what they're leaking, so that people say, I want Fox. We're gonna try to go up, and then they can still get their guy or whatever. So, but again, it's all about value, and it's all about what they think. Lonzo Ball is 19 years old. He hasn't played a second of professional basketball. You just don't know.
That's right.
And it just happens to be they have a point guard.
Yeah.
But who's the stats have shown is better off Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. So they're working out Lonzo Ball. They're working out Fox next week. Markelle Fultz. There's sort of that rivalry that I'm liking between Ball and Fultz. Ball just said, I'm better than Fultz. Which is hard to assess.
Yeah,
because Markelle Fultz was on a really crappy team at UW.
Yeah.
And the teams didn't perform well head to head. But Markelle Fultz now is like, I want to be the number one guy. So he's refused to work out for the Lakers and only work out for the Celtics because he wants to be the number one overall guy. Right? And that's not going to preclude the Lakers from taking him if he drops, for instance.
True.
We just don't know. They have enough on tape, and they're going to, they'll learn enough about. But it's very intriguing. And you sort of see and you sort of hope that maybe there is that kind of bird magic, thing going on between Fultz and Ball, both coming out.
I mean, you're only going to see that if they both start and they're both going against each other,
Right.
So. Right. And again, will they start, obviously being in the East, if let's say the Celtics take Fultz, They've got a point guard in Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
The Lakers have a point guard in D'Angelo Russell. Will Ball and Fultz be playing 30 minutes a game next year?
I wonder didn't those guys play against each other last year in the Pac-10?
Oh yeah.
I wonder how that.
Yeah.
I wonder how that.
Well, again, we were talking, the Washington was terrible.
Yeah, they were terrible.
Washington was terrible.
And the kid from Washington put up 39 on UCLA. Something crazy. But again, it was just one game.
But also, so did De'Aaron Fox. I mean,
Right.
Lonzo Ball didn't play particularly well defensively, and I think that's one of the things
he'll fit right in with the Lakers.
that Lakers will have to resign
Right,
themselves to.
exactly.
You bring on Lonzo Ball, you get a lot of upside on the offense, but not a lot on defense.
Right.
Not that you would get much more out of Fultz defensively, but he's better.
Yeah.
He's better defensively.
Yeah.
Though Ball is probably a
And I
better
heard
offensively.
Dad will not be at the tryout.
What's that?
Oh,
Dad will not be at the
That's
tryout.
good.
Is that by his own decision,
I don't
or
know.
somebody told him you're not going to be there?
I don't know. I don't know if it was kind of like we'd love to have your son try out. Your son, not you.
Well, hopefully it's closed. I mean,
It is.
and would be closed, I would guess. It doesn't make sense that it would be closed to agents if he's really going to be acting as
Right.
his son's agent. But if they've asked him to stay out, then
Maybe it's a deal like
Right.
we're going to try out your son, and you and I are going to go in the back room and have a discussion. Here, come see my office.
so all that's going to be happening soon. I mean, we've got
22nd, huh?
Yeah.
Can't wait for that day.